Hello, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, and dudes of all teenagers, as well as the gals. My name is Christian Chandler. I am here, and y'all are there.
We are here.
This message is for everyone of the present and the future beyond this date, February 24th, 2007, my birthday, my 25th birthday. I am high-functioning autistic, and in my 25 years, I have seen and learned so much. And today, I intended to share some wise words that I hope each and every one of you will take to heart and allow for yourself and everyone else a better, brighter future. First off, remember that going to school is not a torture. It is a place of learning, a place for growing, a place where you form the spelling of your own opinions, your own feelings, and your own personality. So learn everything you are able to and grow with it. Now, you should also be able to try something for yourself before forming praise or detest of it. As long as those things will not harm you or shorten your lifetime in any way, it's totally cool. What is totally not cool, though, is thinking or doing these things which are very harmful to you and definitely will gross out those around you that don't do it, because I haven't done it and I don't like it doing either of them.
That's good reason.
You should avoid at all costs smoking, drinking alcohol, and intaking similar icky, dangerous stuff.
Let's take a dab, Kiwi.
And smoking will eventually cause cancer, and you'll be more likely to get heart attack, viruses, and your life will be cut drastically short. They don't call cigarettes and cigars death sticks for nothing other than killing you slowly.
Cowboy killers.
If I could, I would take every last ounce of tobacco, put them on a rocket, and shoot them up to the moon.
I'd fuck you up if you did that.
And
all
for,
the tobacco.
Alcohol, that cause liver dysfunction, kidney failures, and not only that, but when you get drunk enough, bar fights and automobile accidents. So it's a real slow-acting poison. Like, for example, if you're a young gentleman, I recommend buying yourself a My Little Pony figure of your favorite color or whatever.
As every good businessman should.
Stroking the hair of said pony is very relaxing and therapeutic, and also rubbing it against your cheek. That's nice.
Imagine his neighbors walking by seeing this.
And also, you can pretend that the pony is that girl you want to take out too. You want to take out sometime. Oh my God,
he's fucked that.
And talk to the pony like you would talk to the girl.
Definitely giving it a kiss, at very least.
Now, for the ladies, I recommend a good old Autobot from Transformers. Because you can get to learn how to examine the mechanics and variations of each and every, of the Autobot you have. Like you would learn how a man works,
that
and
makes
it'll
me
allow you to feel more comfortable in approaching and talking to that boy you've been flirting from a distance, or just been flirting with from a distance, and hopefully all you have to do is just end up and say hello. It's not so hard. All you have to do is say hello to the man, ladies. That's all, and everything will just get rolling from there.
When I first met my girl, she brought Optimus Prime.
And also with the Autobots, it's a vehicle where you can drive down that imaginary fast lane.
Everything's imaginary about what he's talking about.
It will soon be real.
In any case, while few people may ridicule you,
what do you mean, you people?
Because most everybody
Hawaiians
will be totally okay with it, because it won't matter. It won't matter because.
To think this was still going on in 2007.
They see you enjoying it, and that's totally cool if you're enjoying it. So you enjoy it, just do it. Don't worry about other people's opinions. Because compared to the other school, those people who disregard you are just total peanuts. And I'm not talking Charlie Brown, I'm talking about the little nuts, with the shells. The real peanut gallery. That would be peanuts, wouldn't it? Also, keep in mind that while you're playing with these things, you should keep in mind of what your true original gender is. Because it's like you're learning about that girl you want to take on a date, young man. Or likewise, you feel more comfortable to approach that boy just saying hello that you've been checking out from a distance, young lady. And hopefully in due time or now, each and every one of you will stay straight. You know, girl for
Man,
boy for girl.
he's been confused for a
Everything else is
while.
vice, as said by Dr. Kinsey. Not just for me, not for the big man upstairs, not for your family, but do it for yourself and for the benefits of everyone in the future. Your children, your children's children. And besides, if you stray away from the straight path, it can really jeopardize the entire future of the world and the human race. Also, girls and ladies, don't just go over gaga over the handsome rich boys
Here's
and men, because they may turn out to be disrespectful and distasteful in their personality.
so
You
go
should take
for
into
assholes
consideration
like
all the
Chris.
other gentlemen that you may have considered that may be less attractive or equally,
And to touch
less or
autistic.
moderately.
Moderately autistic.
Because they will likely have a better personality that you will generally enjoy and like, and they may end up having a brighter future for themselves. Like, look at me now. I'm shooting this movie for a DVD. That I hope will be shown in a couple of schools at least.
Yeah, this is inspiring.
Now, also,
They'll put this in the don't do drugs class.
when each and every one of you has a true general understanding of the opposite gender, and after finding that special man, ladies, or that special girl, gentlemen, always keep to heart and memory the times that you two felt most attracted to each other, because that will be a key point to the recovery from any disputes or arguments that you two might have in the future. Otherwise, you two would just be darn happy with each other. But it's not always going to be peaches and cream or strawberry shortcakes. And
He
also
doesn't-
remember, you two should keep each other.
He talks
Oh
like
my
an
God.
80-year-old
There will be
man.
nobody else, no matter how much you think about it, nobody else that can replace that special someone, him for her or her for him. There's just nobody else. There's no substitute for that first one. And now, I leave you with the lessons that you should have. I hope you have learned from my message. You should stay in school, learn as you much, and try before you praise or despise. Never smoke, never drink, never worry about how others think of you when you do things, or
What?
when you play with things that may not seem like you or whatever.
You are 25.
Don't be
Yeah.
afraid to approach those of your opposite gender. And most importantly, please stay straight. I'll leave you with those words as I have shared with you on this, my 25th birthday, February 24th, 2007. I am Christopher Christian Weston Chandler. Live long and shine on in your very own unique way. War is never the answer. Peace is. Never fight. Compliments will get you fuzzy wuzzies. War gets you prickly wicklies, as well as punches that get you those too. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.
His way of talking about like getting with a woman at the age of 25 is like, yeah, you bring your My Little Pony, she'll bring her Transformers, and also don't go for the rich boy, go for the slightly less attractive autistic guy down the street. It's all his make-believe fantasy of how the world should be. He should be walking around with like a bunch of ponies in his pocket, like just whipping them out at every girl he sees, and she'll just be like, nah, I got a bumblebee, sorry, we're not compatible. And then the next one shows up and she's like, oh my god, is that like the blue pony? I fucking love that pony. And then next thing you know, they're on a date, and next thing you know, their parents are supervising them on said date, because that also is like Chris's whole thing. The dude is just out there, bro. He doesn't know. He's trying to give a message to the world, like, oh, I hope this will be shown in schools. He has no real world experience.
Well, this is going on a DVD, Smokey.
Yeah, Kristen Weston Chandler's. Hey, look at me. What is it? Hey, look at me. I'm on TV.
I think so. What makes me sad, and you hit all that on the head exactly. I feel like what happened was Barb or Bob set him down with the Transformer and a My Little Pony, and they're like, okay, Christian, this is how relationships work.
I never even thought of that.
You gotta court the lady. You gotta court the lady, and just Be a gentleman. And you just old Bob wisdom. But what makes me sad is that this boy is dead. This boy is dead.
God, yeah. Long gone.
Childhood innocence lost.
No,
25-year-old.
You know what the creepy thing is, Kiwi? The boy may be dead, but the childhood innocence is still there, but it's in like a really fucked up shell.
It's been perverted. The childhood innocence is like
now you have
so
a 40-year-old
corrupted.
Chris with rotting hair due to all the fucking coloring he's put in it. With you have a Chris who's in jail. You have a Chris who is just so far stretched from reality, yet still has that and like acts like a kid. It's just a weird. It's the weird combination, man. Because Chris is just like Chris, one of a kind. Don't get me wrong. Like, no, there's very few people in the world who probably like even the craziest of the crazy are gonna look at him and go, "I'm sorry, what? Like, you're telling me that Pikachu's about to come live next to me with like Johnny Bravo and fucking like all these other people?" And he believes that. Well, at least he tries to convey that he believes it, but it's like he still has that childhood wonder, but it's now not like hope, it's coping.
Yeah. You tell people you're like, oh, you tell them about the goddess Blueheart, or you tell them about Sonichu, and they're like, what the hell are you talking? Well, I'm like, it's a cross between a Sonic and a Pikachu, and it's made by this guy called Christian Weston Chandler, and, he loves his Fanta specials, and you really can't explain this to people simply. It's an abstract thing.
What year was this? This is where a lot of people blame his whole like thing now with greed and all that, because when he was a kid, he was just given $1,000 and he let that warp his whole life. Like, oh man, I'm always going to win these contests. Like, he's always been trying to win contests. He doesn't win.
He's like, I have been chosen by God as Sonic the Hedgehog's representative on Earth.
Yes. So God walked into KB Toys one day and he said, Chris, he's like, I talked to the manager and we decided that you're the winner of this. And he thought for the rest of his life that he would be that winner. And now that he isn't winning anything, he's like, well, I guess I got to become God. He has this
special connection to malls, because this happened, of course, he won the $1,000 and then he renamed himself at a mall. He demanded that he was renamed.
Yes,
his name was Christopher.
His dad wanted it too. His dad was like, yeah, like, we're going to change your name from Christian to Christopher.
Just Chris, shut the fuck up, Chris. Just, we'll call you whatever you want. Just shut the fuck up. Quit squealing for 10 minutes. We'll go get your name change on the way home.
So, like I said, Bob wanted it too. Bob said that like he thought it was a mistake that Chris was named Christian. But Chris had so many name changes. No chance. Your name is Patrick. Did you ever? I gotta bring that up. You know that I heard a rumor that Chance's real name, Cyrax's real name, is Patrick Smith.
No way.
I've heard that's his birth name, Pat Smith.
Oh.
Could you imagine that? If everyone's been calling him Chance Wilkins this whole time, his name is Patrick Smith. That would be the best.
That would be hilarious. Isn't Sally's last name is Wilkins? Chance's last name is like McFinley or something like that. It is. I'm seriously. It's like I think it's Finley.
Yeah, I think it might be too. I'm sorry to go over to Cyrax tangent. When you said that, I was wait a minute. I forgot. That might not be his real name. Chris and oh, there he is.
They're too beautiful, man. They're just a couple special people in a not so special world.
I go from so many topics to topics, but can you imagine those two newscasters doing this newscast like 32 years ago, thinking that years later someone would plaster a picture of Cyrax screaming over them? Life takes weird turns, man.
This was the biggest moment of their careers, and they had no idea. They had no idea. Let's see here. Let's watch
we've
it.
Got a little more for you, including what Sonic the Hedgehog means to a very special Charlottesville boy, and the significance goes way beyond a high score in video.
Sonic Spin Dash for $50. Oh my God!
In the 90s.
Wow.
Finally tonight, Sonic the Hedgehog is running wildly in the Chandler household this weekend. 12-year-old Christian Chandler of Charlottesville was the winner in a video game shopping spree.
12, so this was
Christian was one of only about 100 winners nationally to receive $1,000 worth of Sega games and equipment. For his parents, it's just another example of how well he's doing. Christian is a high-functioning autistic child. This past fall, on his own initiative, he entered a contest based on a favorite cartoon character.
Oh my God.
What I had to do was exactly watch Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon and I'd listen to what Sonic says at the end of it and write it down for a whole week, and then I had to mail it in, and it has to be drawn out of a hat, and I just won.
And Christian's father says it only takes a few hours for him to master an electronic game and then move on to another. I can't master any of them.
Unbelievable.
That's it for now, and it's just coming up on
can you believe that high-functioning autistic child can play Pong? Unbelievable.
Yo, can you just click back to where they were like interviewing Chris real quick?
Yeah.
Show him on screen. So I gotta say this for Bob. Everyone knows like Chris got all his homophobia from Bob and all. But I'll tell him what, it's very progressive of Bob to let Chris wear this pride flag all the way back in the 90s. Like
this was pre-plot. This was pre-pride.
Yeah, Bob, he was cooking up something. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, Bob and Barb knew exactly what they were creating. The normal children would be terrified if a news person's talking. He's like, no, well, you know.
Yeah, well,
Sonic the Hedgehog told me to do this.
Exactly. Like, and it all goes to like how he still believed it. Like we just looked at the 25-year video. Now he's 40, and he still believes that like if a cartoon character on TV says something to him, he'll be like, "Yo, did you guys hear what fucking Patrick Star said? Did you guys hear that shit?" Like
the quick stopo are coming.
Are we really about to get down like that, Bikini Bottom? Like, listen, like if the Krabby Patties need to be made, like I'll get there. Like he believes shit. Like he believes he thinks that cartoons are really talking to him, and this is probably what solidified it because he was like, "Holy fuck! I actually won $1,000 from Sonic."
Yeah,
like,
he's like Sonic was speaking to me through the thing. He wanted me to win the $1,000.
I don't know
so
why.
I need to create Bionic. You know, he's very good at basketball and mechanics. The message. This is before Message to the Future, right?
Oh god, yeah, this is 1998 or 1997. So
oh my goodness.
The first one we watched was like 2007. The one we just watched was like 94 or 93, and then this one's like 98.
We are all kinds of out of order.
Yeah, it's just wild to think there's Chris videos from this time period.
Yeah.
Especially ones like we're about to see. I think like it's just all black and white, man. But it's because Chris is notorious for always filming shit. So, you know,
how did people find this stuff?
I think he probably put it online at some point.
Wow. You think all of this comes from him?
Probably.
Well, I guess initially it does, yeah.
Like that's why so many people started following Chris to begin with, because he was just so willing to put anything online. You know, people would like a girl would tell him, "Hey, Chris, like, can you make a video? You know, like farting on a cake?" And he'd be like, "Of course, like of course. Why wouldn't
farts.
I do that?" Yeah,
that was one of his biggest regrets. Remember when he's like, one of my biggest regrets is probably ruining that perfectly good cake because a troll convinced me to do cake. I'm like, that's your biggest fucking regret. Not Sonichu medallion #1 or going to like a different state for Julie. Like, yeah, that's your biggest fucking regret, bro.
Oh my god. That stuff was all normal compared to the other one, bro. Like
yeah. It's crazy when that kind of shit justifies normal in this realm.
Yep, bro. Him. And I love if you ever heard him talk about that, he's like, "Yeah, don't worry, I cut a piece off the first 8, so I wasn't completely wasting it."
Yeah, he's got such a problem.
He's always scrounging for money, so you know he's literally probably like, "Fuck, if I didn't just buy that stupid cake to fart on it, I would have an extra like $6 right now." Like that's probably why he's so sick about it. He probably wants to go find the remnants of that cake and see if he can return it.
He could have spent that money on Lego.
Right,
there it is, all smushed, and he didn't even get anywhere with the ladies. It was just a troll. It's all very calculated.
Oh god, yeah. It's just they wanted him to fart on that cake, and they got him to fart on that cake.
We have got to get to him destroying PlayStation and fighting the camera.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. This was for high school, right?
Yes.
With the auction labs and all that neat old stuff. Now here he is, the host with the most questions.
It's based on like late night talk shows from like the 70s.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like he's this is Chris's best Johnny Carson.
Good evening, friends. And welcome
He
to
doesn't
the
quite
Christian
get up
Chandler
to like
Show.
those heights,
I am
but
your host,
I
Christian
think
Chandler.
he's kind of Jay
Tonight we are
Leno-ish.
going to talk about
Yeah.
poetry
I agree.
and a line.
Definitely
and
better than like Jimmy
behind
Kimmel.
the scenes
Those
Oh
type of
god.
the lines.
Yeah, or any of the
Which got me
Jimmies.
inspired.
Better
Yeah,
than any of the Jimmies.
I don't like Kimmel more than I
And
don't like
I'm going to
Fallon,
express my feelings a little bit, so
but that's just
don't
because
laugh,
one of them was
I'll
on
feel
Saturday Night Live, so I
embarrassed.
give him a pass.
I heard that you're a giant
Anyway.
James Corden fan.
My
Huge,
poem
bro.
is entitled
Huge.
The Song of Christian.
Carpool karaoke like runs my
Registered
Oh,
last
yeah.
night on May 14th, 1998.
I'm writing letters to get Cyrax on there
Anyway,
and White Bowser.
I'm going to do my poem now. So.
Be a savage like
I
Bowser.
hear America singing
I
as I
wanted
sing
to
on
get Chris
myself,
on there, but he's in
and you
jail.
experience as I
Yep.
experience. The problems of yourself are my problems.
They're gonna give him time
Together,
served.
Young singing cries. of
I don't know how long
happiness.
it's going to take until they
The
do it, though, man.
song
They just
is
keep
song
continuing
of
and
laughter.
continuing and continuing.
At age 6 weeks,
Jeez,
I
lower it,
sang
lower
this
it,
song
lower
of
it.
laughter. Then at 1.5 years of age, the Lord clicked the mute button on me. Those are my parents' songs. They pulled me through the talk again at age 7. I'm now 16 years old and good talking to hope to achieve new goals and Mario Raceway records and to finish my homemade Nintendo Power magazine.
Not gonna lie,
magazine
I am not
songs,
much better
The
at speaking
Ballad
than
of
he
Sonic the
is.
Hedgehog on Game Boy. The rudeness of a teenager song.
I mean, no,
The
that's not
despicable
true.
mention of
You're much better than he is right here. What?
D-R-U-G-S.
He's just going on rants about his Nintendo 64 and whatnot.
flukes in America's song. My song that I sing, although I talk
Dude,
well,
he was
my
probably like a
relationship
White
is
Bowser
low, and
on
my
steroids
loneliness
in
is
high
off the
school.
scale.
Wope City.
Anyway, that's my poem.
I would. Oh my god! I want
Now we
to.
gotta go behind
That's
the
probably
lines and
if I've
see
got a
how
time
it all
machine.
got inspired.
Virginia,
Yeah.
the year 2000, like Manchester High.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Manchester High, that was the place, man.
I'm enrolling myself into Manchester High in the year 2000. Just
This
taking
was-
all the special ed classes to find Chris.
This is long before the, like speaking out would be common. I can only imagine how many long hugs, how many, little, oh, sorry, I bumped into you, like shit that Chris pulled
No,
in
you're
high
100%
school
right. You're
with his
100%
gal
right.
pals.
Like those girls probably felt uncomfortable as shit, and the principal was probably just like, "It's Chris. He's like, he's he's regarded. He's like,
No.
come on." Like, and nowadays, like, it's like no, like they have a right to feel uncomfortable. Back then, they
He's
just felt uncomfortable,
harmless.
Oh yeah, he ain't gonna do anything. Like, look at him. He's fucking. He's
No.
he's like he's got the white stains all over his jeans and shit. Like, he doesn't even know where he's at right now.
Those fucking stains, man. Oh,
That's
for his
hard.
18th birthday, right? 18th birthday party.
Yeah, year
Oh.
2000, 18th birthday. At the Chandler house, he invites all of his gal pals from high school over. Surprisingly, they all show up, probably because they were being paid by Bob at the time to even hang out with Chris. All the gal pals are sitting on the couch. They're like talking with Barb. And then in other pictures, you see the other side of the room, like almost on the other side of the fucking house. There's Chris sitting alone at like the table and doesn't want to sit near any of them for some reason. Just because he's so awkward. Like he talks in that video that we just watched about, oh, just go up and talk to them. It's not very hard. It was clearly hard for Chris.
How is it that he explains it? He's like, oh, I was just sitting there, just enjoying the music, just like he's playing it off like he's just, chilling there waiting for his sweet hot to come up to him.
Exactly.
Like,
And that's what because he talks about like how it was the best day of his life. Oh, he wishes he could go back to that day. And it's probably because it was his fucking dream. He was sitting in his house, his parents right there because they're obviously always there whenever his love quest is happening. Like they have to vet whatever girlfriend walks by him. And he had all these girls there, and to him, he thought this is like, okay, this is basically like The Bachelor. Like, mom's gonna ask these girls some questions, and eventually one is gonna walk up to me and happily ever after.
yeah, mom's gonna do all the footwork for me.
Exactly. He's like, so they're gonna come up to me. I have these jeans, and oh, we forgot to mention the jeans. So yeah, there's a picture with him and Bob, and there's this big white stain on Chris's jeans, and like, it's just like, bro, like this is. Like, how did they even let him come downstairs looking like that?
Oh, I don't know. people are like, oh, it's cake mix. There's a lot of doubters with the whole white stain on the pants.
Yeah, I'm not
being what it is.
I'm a firm believer. I'm not a doubter.
I am too. I could see it. I mean, look at how this man makes women feel. You can clearly see the love in her eyes.
You see, now you got to feel for Megan. You got to feel for Megan.
She's a Nazi.
That's what I was about to say. She's sitting there now like, God, why couldn't it be like Colonel Schwartz right behind me right now? Instead it's this big dipshit. Like, she's
like, this all would have been fixed. They would have got rid of all of them. All of them. She's like, fuck, man. Yeah, she would take photos. I remember Chris paid her for a collection of photos of like old German military officials because she thought they looked cute. Like, we're not talking World War I German officials. We're talking World War II.
Yeah. Megan had some weird infatuation with Nazis.
She didn't deserve what Chris did to her. He touched her a lot.
He wrote that horrifying, like, so the picture he drew of her, him fingering her, that's
she
weird,
came
right?
for quick.
Yeah, so that's weird. We can all agree that's weird, but that's not the weirdest thing he did. Like, when she confronted him on it, he wrote, like, well, look, it's good that I got to, like, get my frustrations out on paper so that I didn't do anything in real life.
Yeah, like, he's like, I was so sexually frustrated that I had to do something, or I would have done something in real life.
I could have prevented something worse from happening. It's like,
wow.
Right. And he really thought she was going to be like, oh, thank you, Chris, for that. Jesus, like, that takes, all right, cool. Like, that takes a lot.
Oh, I understand. Oh, yeah, completely. We're cool. I understand.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's unbelievable that he would even, but it's like, he's not all there. I always say that in my videos. Like, whenever I try to, like, justify Chris's logic, like, you got to remember, it is Chris. He's a fucking idiot. But that's just something, like, even he had to understand just what the fuck? Like, what are you saying that for? And it also proves that, you know, did he, like, he says, oh, like, to prevent any other worse things from happening. So I don't want to like accuse Chris of anything, but did he once think like, oh man, like, God, I want her so bad, like, I'm gonna.
Oh, you know it. You know it, bro.
Yeah, bro, it's creepy.
The Julie stuff. That's when I found out about all the stuff that Blue Spike got him to do to himself. I'm like, holy shit.
Astounding.
This is so different. And when he started doing his own Fanta specials, I'm like, oh my god, this is so beyond, like, anything I thought this would be. I'd heard of Christian, I'd heard of Sonichu. I'm like, oh, you know, he's just a funny autistic guy. Nothing too hardcore is going to go down. And holy shit.
Right, bro? You hit you out of nowhere. Like, I was the same way. I just randomly heard the name Chris Chan around, and one night I looked it up, and like immediately, like, I started watching, like, whatever. I think Gino had up to like episode 4 out when I started watching.
Wow, that's impressive.
But no, that was only like a few years ago, man. Like, some people have been watching him since like 2009. Like, that to me is like, wow. Like, I can't I can't imagine being back in 2009 in grade school, like, hopping back up and being like, yo. Like, being on YouTube, being like, let me see what this fucking autistic guy from Virginia is up to. It's like, oh, he just drank his own. Yeah, okay. Cool. Like,
you know, it's like
around that long, and that's wild.
Yeah, it is, man. I've only been in this maybe like 2 years tops. I was working nights, and I came across like
exactly
Cobra and Chris.
That's the same way it happened to me, bro. I would literally just listen to this shit all night while at work. Like, it was the perfect way to get it. And people tell me that all the time. They're like, man, I watch your videos while I'm working the night shift. And I'm like, I love to hear that. Like, that's literally where people, I feel like, fall down the rabbit holes while you're working a graveyard shift and you stumble upon Chris Chan.
Exactly. And that's Chris is like that. He's that first hit, you know, that gets you hooked. And you go looking for different and more.
Dragon, bro. And you don't get it. Finally, you get Cyrax a little bit, and you're like, oh man, this is just some good shit. Then you stumble across some wings, and you're like, whoa, like, look here, listen, whoa, like, this is amazing. Next thing you know, then it starts like slowing down a little bit. You're like, whoa, like, King Cobra is just really tripping me out right now.
This right here, folks, is Chris Chan's house got leaked, his address got leaked, and people started calling the health inspector and all this shit. So Chris hops on the camera and he's like, hey, y'all gotta stop doing this. I'm send everybody after you.
This does not even deserve a captain's log introduction, because this is dead serious. The inside and outside tour I did a few months ago of my house, everyone on the internet, my mother and my father are angry at me. They're blaming me. It's my fault. I admit it's my fault. I want everything about
my house off the internet.
I'll send in detectives. I'll send in police. I'll send in everything in my power to get it off the internet.
Listen to me.
There's Bob.
To me.
Yeah.
Imagine how excited
that
the trolls
goddamn-
at the time must have been to have this.
Oh, this is a Skull Scratchers level moment. Like, even more. My mother and father are angry at me. What a weeb room, too. Look at all this just
Bob
fucking
can barely get through. But you know,
bullshit.
Barb at the time was in full Snorlax mode. She would have gotten stuck in that doorway.
She didn't leave the den, you know. You could just cover her up and leave her right there to die.
Leave me here to die, Chris.
Yeah.
You go to your convention, that's fine. I'll just lay here right away.
I don't care what you do. You get all that stuff off of there at night.
I'm working on it.
Go work on it.
I am
Do
working.
you realize? Do you realize
realize?
something? Let me tell you. If the health department of Greene County sees those videos that you put on the damn internet, they could condemn our house and we would have to move out of it.
So you go get
So
that.
you go get that goddamn stuff off of there fast.
I'm working on it. I was making a YouTube video for you to tell everybody to get the images off of the internet. It's out of my control.
No, you get them off.
It's out of my control. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to
You
go.
loaded them up there. You unload them.
I'm
Unload
working on
them,
it.
Go do it.
I am doing it. I'm
Get
sorry.
in here and do it.
I-
I'll be up all night with you if I have to. You won't get any sleep till that stuff comes.
I'm working on it.
Get in there and start.
I'm working on it. Let me do these stupid videos. I can tell everybody at my command to get
At my
everything, help
command.
me get everything off the internet about our house.
I don't want to get kicked out of my house by the health department. And what you just did was stick a knife in our back and kill us.
All right, let me just.
Get that stuff off of there.
I'm
Get it off of there fast.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So yeah, please get everything off of the internet now. First of all, peace to everybody else.
I always forget
Oh.
how insane that video is.
That's a good one right there.
It's bro, because he thinks he treats everyone like his parents treat him. He's like, do it now. I'm gonna tell you at my command. You need to do this. And he thinks everyone acts like everyone like respects him like he respects his parents.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's like you cannot. And do you think he talks to his parents like this? He's like, now
No,
I
I think
want
they
it
talk-
now.
I think they talk to him like that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
because you could see Bob coming up. What you just did was stick a knife in our back and kill us.
Yeah. and
No,
that's
it was
another thing,
Barbara's hoarding. It was Barbara's
Yeah,
hoarding that's getting
you
you.
guys let the house get like that too, Bob. You're just pissed because now the outside world knows about it. Like, stop.
And Bob was like, what, 50 when he sired Chris?
I believe
Something
so,
like
yes.
that. And Barb is just insane. I remember, what was the story of how they met? It's
They were
like
at a
she
bar.
cornered him.
They were at a bar and she was like the one who went up to him. That's why Chris is like, all women should go up to guys because that's how it happened to his dad.
Poor, you know who really suffered from all this? Cole Smithy. Cole
Oh
Smithy.
my god, yes he did. Cole Smithy. Jesus. And then Chris always uses Cole's name like he's like such a Hollywood big shot. Like, yeah, my brother, you know him, the movie critic Cole Smithy, who's only known for saying that Toy Story 3 wasn't perfect.
Son of a bitch doesn't come and visit his brother and mother.
Yeah, that shit. When Chris was telling his brother long after he had last seen him, like, you should come home and support our mother. She loves you very much. He basically just wanted Cole to come home, start paying the bills, taking care of Barb, so Chris could just dick around and basically just have another dad again.
Yeah. The way Barb wears her glasses, it's like, is she, you know, that's where I feel like people are like, is she putting on an act when, well, I guess we'll go over Barb. Barb is the crazy bar lady. she was much younger than Bob, so therefore she's still alive. And
she wasn't that much younger. She wasn't
yeah,
that
that's
much
true.
younger. She was still. They were both pretty fucking old.
This is her today.
She looks like a startled owl, man. Like, I mean, she always looks like she's just like death is right in her face. Like, it's like she's always seeing something mortifying, and she is because she lives with Chris.
Why are the glasses just like always so close to falling off? Like, look, they're on fire. Even he's incredibly autistic, and he fucking can wear his glasses. It's like, you know, the lady is not there. And sadly,
I've been there for years, bro.
No,
but
this
like you
is
said,
the
it could all
sad
be an act.
situation.
It could all be an act.
This is the sad situation of things. We all know what Chris did to his mom at this point. That happened years later. She kind of would emotionally manipulate him and Bob. We'll get into the whole spaghetti dinner thing. She made them like a spaghetti dinner that was like out of a can. It was like she boiled some noodles and then opened some sauce for him. It wasn't anything extravagant. And Bob and Chris were like, oh, you know, we're not hungry. I'm assuming they just eaten. And Barb was so bent out of shape about this, she swore to never cook another meal for them ever again. And she didn't. Bro. And she didn't.
Never again. Never again.
Nope. What kind of a mother is that? Right? Like, my mom enjoys cooking for me and my brother, and, you know, it's wild to think that your mom would be like, you know what? I am never, ever cooking another fucking meal for you ever again. That's a fucked up situation.
It's imagine just taking that such to heart that I think they went and got like burgers instead of eating your fucking SpaghettiOs, and you just never, and you become that. And you become that. This is
the Snorlax era.
You ever heard like what's the Joker quote? All it takes is one really bad day. Like all it took was one really bad like family declining your spaghetti to turn Barbara into this.
Yeah. Barbara was relatively thin, and then she got extremely depressed. And as you can see, like behind her, this is her horde, her dragon's horde.
Yes.
And the Atkins manual is hilarious, sitting right there. But fucking like, Barbara, she'd be sitting in there, and Chris wanted what? Can you just the whole convention thing better than me? The one where she got so depressed. You know what I'm talking about?
It was some random convention Chris wanted to go to, and Bob and Barb were like no, like we don't want you going anywhere and all this shit. And Chris really wanted to go, and Barb said some shit like, all right, well. You go, Christian. Here you go. Here, take these blankets just so you stay warm. And like you know, just I'll be over there. Just leave me there to die. Just keep me what I'm dressed in when I'm gone. Shit like that.
You don't even have to change my clothes. Just leave. Yes. You can bury me in what I got on.
Exactly. And that's you hit. I was trying to get to that. I couldn't even think of exactly what you said. But it's like, yeah, bro. She's just saying that so that fucking she's manipulating him. Like she knows it'll work too, because later, didn't we talk about it on your stream last week? He was like, yeah, I drew a picture of me, my mom, and my dad. It's like a triangle where we all need each other, and that reminded me that, like, you know, I need to go up, and I was crying.
It was Bob. It was Bob that came up and was like, Christian, we are a triangle. And when you take away part of the triangle, it ain't a triangle no more, motherfucker. Yeah. So get down there and play the pokey flute to your mama.
He said, yeah, and then they went to Walmart and walked around to cheer up a little bit. Like, who the what? Like, that's the most American thing I've ever heard. Yeah, we were all sad and crying, so we went to Walmart to walk around and cheer up a little bit. Like,
oh my goodness.
You couldn't have gone out, like, because they're not well off. You couldn't have just gone, like, taking your mom out for ice cream. I guess that would have costed too much money. You can just kind of window shop at Walmart.
How about we clean? How about we clean, Mom? Huh?
Christian, no. I'm not trying to do that.
These are I need.
Go get more stuff. Let's go get more stuff, Christian.
I need these newspapers for soaking up cat piss, Christian.
Like,
God damn it!
I need that newspaper from September 8th, 2002. Like, there's some really important news about the Seattle Mariners in there. Like, I'm really interested in that one.
Christian, I ain't got enough quilts. We need more quilts, Christian.
Yeah, and then they got them quilts, and then she tried to sell. Well, she not even tried. She would sell them on eBay, Like when Chris was like, after Bob died and they needed to make money, she'd be like, "Hi, I'm Barbara Chandler, and these are my quilts. Like I'm selling these for like $100 a puff." Some people bought them. I don't know fucking why. Like because Chris would like
Yeah.
always peddle it like, "Oh, well, my mother Barbara Chandler made these." Like it was like some big deal that people are gonna be like, "What? Like what? Like I can get a quilt made from Barbara fucking Chandler? That's huge." Like because
All the ladies want a Barbara Chandler for
Yeah.
their birthday.
Exactly. But to him, it was like his mom's like a celebrity on the same, like he's not a celebrity, he's infamous. But his mom to him is like on that same scale. Like because people will buy his dumb shit, he thinks, oh, my mom's equally as popular. So here, buy these quilts that Barbara made. And
He's
here,
been
buy
exploiting
Cold
her
Freeze
for
on
money.
all the time, bro. All the time. There's those clips of him like kind of trying to whisper to her about to say like, tell them to buy it on eBay. And she's like, eBay.
Buy it on eBay.
Buy on eBay.
Oh, this is his message to Chris.
Yes, from an old friend.
Oh, this is beautiful. And this is what got your girl hooked on Chris Chan.
Yeah, because I told her, you need to say, this might be the funniest thing I've ever seen.
It's been a while since I've seen this one, bro.
It's
This
a
has got to
classic,
be
bro.
good.
It's been a long time, Chris.
It's like a Bond villain.
He is.
I'll cut right to the chase. I'll tell you why I'm here. You see, I've had enough. Everyone has had enough.
Enough is enough.
No more of you.
Of you.
And
Your dates.
And your emails.
Mails.
No more sweetheart
Sweetheart searches.
No more nothing. I'm here to put a stop to it.
This is the greatest line ever.
Your virginity is my business and mine to control. Not yours.
That's so, I love that.
Allow me to.
He's like a Matrix villain.
Bro, it's amazing. Like that, your virginity is my
Is
business.
mine
and
to
mine
control.
is such a fucking good line. And we're not even like when he's about to talk about him going out into the streets and handing out flyers to every woman he saw about Chris. Like it's just this fucking. This is when trolling is at its best. When you're doing wacky shit like this and the guy you're doing it to actually believes it.
You know, something similar is happening with Cobra, but not to this degree. There's an arc going on right now called the Casper Cobra Stoppers. And they've been slipping little like leaflets that they say that they've been posting around the town underneath Cobra's door. And it says, like, you know, stop King Cobra JFS. He's a pedo. And let me see if I can find it here. I know it's a little off topic.
No, it's fine, bro. These videos are meant to go off topic.
Here it is. Casper Cobra Stoppers has received reports of a dangerous individual in this immediate vicinity. If you feel your walnut wetting, see a gothic bad boy that smells good. Are subjected to insane guitar shedding skills or witness any other unusual activity, contact our officers immediately. This man is armed with a magical wand and dangerously handsome. Do not approach, especially if you are underage, cisgendered, and unrelated.
Wow.
They've been slipping this under his fucking door. That's a sick tattoo. I might have to get that as a tattoo. That's a sick fucking tattoo.
It's not a bad tattoo, bro. You got to get like the whole wall. You got to get the whole rogues. Like basically your banner for the Too High for Stupid, like with Bowser and everyone. You got to get that just like all across either your chest or your back.
Yeah,
that's a setup.
On my back, it's our podcast name. It just says "Too High for Stupid," like in
just go
gang
promote
lettering.
At the beach, bro. Just go promote at the beach. Just walk around. If you see this tattoo, like go watch the show.
Yes, with my Ziz like body, of course, I'm gonna fucking go to the beach, smoke. Alright, let's see what else the Pickle Man has to say.
Clue you in on a plan. I've had for a while now. You see, I went out at night into the streets of Virginia. There, I found every prostitute and hooker I could find. And do you know what I did? I found each and every one of them, and I told them, I have your mugshot. If you see this man, give him nothing. He deserves nothing. You see, I spread things out. They know you before you even approach. So you see, Chris, I have all the cards. And you're just going to have to play with whatever hand I deal to you.
What a video. That is the best. Knowing that Chris had enemies like the Pickle Man, who he really believed he'd sit there and cry and be like, the Pickle Man tricked me again.
I want to see if we can get that video. The Pickle Man tricked me again.
I think
He's
that
so
video
depressed.
is... Oh, man. I think that would have to be the day after maybe the date with Emily.
That night, I would say. He came home and probably recorded it that night. He's just so depressed.
That night is the phone call with him and Emily. Because Emily calls him and then tells... Because as far as he's concerned, because he's such a dickhead, after the Pickle Man stole his girl, like, he was still like, man, like, that date went really well. That's it.
Look at this crazy shit right here. You look up the Pickle Man tricked me again and bam.
That's wild.
Captain's log, star date.
Didn't she call him up and be like, why would I ever want anything to do with you? You're going nowhere and...
She was like, you tried to fucking kiss me and that was really weird and I'm going to go be living with Clyde now. Clyde has been taking in all the women that you've hurt and been rehabilitating them. And then, like, right after that, Clyde sent a bunch of hookers to Chris's house. Like, that same night.
Yeah, he sent a whole pack of them to... And it was either Bob or Barb
Bob
that shoot him off.
Bob called the cops on him while Chris hid behind his mom at the sight of all these women at his door. Like, you know, and that's what Clyde says. He said, I thought you were a virgin with rage. I was just trying to help you, man. You hid, but no, you fucking scared of all these prostitutes.
When he pulled up the picture of Clyde and he's like, this is Clyde.
I
lost my shit, bro. I knew exactly. They'd tricked him. They'd tricked him so hard.
Like, as far as Chris was concerned, Clyde was spending all day trolling him, then spending all night apparently chilling with, like, Snooki and shit.
Yeah. He's a Guido.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm gonna have to head to the Jersey Shore to take out Clyde Cash. No, he didn't live very... I can't believe they never actually tried... maybe they did, but, like, he doesn't live very far from there. Like, why did they think, like, hey, Chris, he's gonna be wherever all the Jersey Shore people are tonight. You should go find him there.
That's so true.
He probably would have went right up there.
Dude, that's just one of those moments that I'll always remember I lost my shit at, is when he pulled up the photo and he thought that he had him.
Exactly.
He thought that he had the son of a bitch.
There's another, like, picture he pulled up where some guy, like, fucking Spider-Man.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he also thought that was Clyde. Like,
it was a guy having sex with, like, in the Spider-Man outfit.
Yeah. Chris is like, I got you this time, Clyde. Like,
this is depression. This is Snorlax Christian mode. Fucking...
God, look how fucking greasy his hair is, bro.
Oh, shiny.
Right?
The light beams off of it. And his
right?
forehead,
like, look
dude.
at that. Look at that.
The Pickle Man caused me not to shower for 5 days again.
October 21st, 2008.
Oh, God, this is a while before that, then, I think.
Well, it's done.
It's done.
Blanca and I, well, she broke up with me.
The Blanca
The
Weiss.
Pickle Man tricked me again. A few more
I was way
stupid
off.
photos.
This is Blanca territory.
Anyway, she saw them. She got angry. She broke up with me. So, I'm sad.
Blanca Weiss is white.
White,
And
yeah.
the void in my heart that requires a sweetheart is open again, and it hurts. I hope you jerks and trolls who want to break us up are happy. Because all you do is make me feel sad and depressed. And you made me crash into slumber a couple of times. And it takes a lot of stress and exhaust and such to make a person feel like they're gonna crash and burn into a
Imagine
whole
working,
bunch of
Chris.
into a long
Imagine
slumber
how that has to feel for people,
that
It's
just basically sleeps off.
Yeah,
It
it
just
takes a
basically
lot.
sleeps off the. What's the word I'm looking for? I had it. Anyway, we're broken up. Hope you jerks are happy. So anyway, I'm sad, and Blanca is sad too, and even more sad because her grandma died. And I know the name of the guy who did that to the middle in that video. His screen name is Ricky Ricardo 123, but real life his name is Ricky. So anyway, he's either somewhere in Kentucky or somewhere in Illinois, more likely Kentucky. So if anybody knows him, bring him into justice.
Bring him into
Turn him into
justice.
the police department. I want to make a sample out of that bastard. Anyway, other updates. Don't really have too many other updates at the moment. So, Panda Halo is the moderator for the fan site on that I officially approved. So, she's also helped me against the imposter Jimmy Hill. Again, do not buy anything from that bastard imposter.
Don't buy anything from that slanderous troll.
Because y'all know he did the same thing to Warner Bros. Years ago, and he was put to jail for it. So he deserves to be put in jail again. Or otherwise, somebody who's posing as Jimmy Hill, in this case, this guy still needs to be put in jail. So, yeah. In prison, the Ricky and the Jimmy, or the imposter known as Jimmy Hill. That's it for now. I'm gonna sulk some more and maybe I'll upload this video. I don't know. Y'all take care. Be safe.
Maybe I'll upload this video. I don't know.
Huey, we gotta first off, we gotta take a dab real quick. And secondly, that video he's talking about where he's saying like, I hope they bring Ricky Ricardo 123 to justice. I feel like we gotta check that out quick because that's Chris's first medallion destruction. It's when he sent it to Blanca and the trolls intercepted it in the mail and destroyed it and made like a really elaborate video out of destroying it.
They pissed on it. They set it on fire.
They put it in a pickle jar.
Yes. And he believed that there was true and honest power behind that medallion.
Exactly, yeah.
To have it corrupted.
Like that, that's what he made him crash into slumber.
That's what happened?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I was saying. Maybe pull, because that video's only like a minute long, I think. Like full of Chris medallion, like destruction or whatever. Or Blanca medallion. It should show up right away. That video's a classic. That one makes me fucking crack up every time I see it. But look at that. He's just cherishing that. And now acquire a possession of sentimental value due to the victim. Oh no!
They're performing surgery on a Sonichu medallion.
It's amazing that every Sonichu medallion has ended its life being cut up into a certain amount of pieces.
Jesus, it's pretty fucking durable.
It is. That's Crayola model magic for you.
Crayola fucking model fucking magic.
Right.
Yeah, he's struggling. Damn. Maybe he's onto something.
That's what I'm thinking too, bro. They should have just like tried to bite it. Now that'd be gross. It's Chris's. What am I thinking?
There we go. Okay, it just took a little bit of go.
Abuse said item by utilizing victim's phobias. Yes.
Somebody needs to get a hold of Rax's necklace.
Oh, that'd be perfect. If they got a hold of his Xbox, they should do that.
Oh my goodness. Oh. You know, he's just like, he's seething. He's seething the whole time. He's like,
yeah.
No.
No. He's probably running to the email to be like, Blanca, what happened to the medallion?
I guess at some point we're going to have to explain Sonichu.
Bro, fuck on Sonichu. Yeah, we definitely got to explain Sonichu soon. We need to explain him now. Look at him. He's a little mix of Sonic and Pikachu that Chris drew up. There's now hundreds of Sonichus. I feel like it's Chris's comic book that he thinks is going to be his money.
It all started with a comic, and he made the medallion, and that holds the power.
Yep, his dad stupidly told him that what's it called, that he could like use Sonichu to actually like make money, even though it's all copyrighted bullshit.
He's like, I'll let Sonichu be a symbol for all autistic peoples out there.
Yeah.
And Chris is like, Sonichu does not have autism.
Asperchu did. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Asperchu had Asperger's, just like Chris.
I'm wondering. I mean, the videos seem like it's been on YouTube for like 10 years, but like, are we gonna be able to show like some guy pissing on this?
I do not know.
I mean, Cyrax's bird stays up on YouTube for a while, so I think we'll be fine. Wow.
We'll just say that it's water. I don't think they show Wang. If they show Wang, I'll cut it out.
No, they definitely don't.
Dude.
Wow, look at that.
Holy shit. Imagine if that's like... Imagine if Sonichu can feel all that in C-197.
Oh my god. It'll be terrible.
Like he's in Quickville, he just drops to his knees. He's like, oh!
Yeah, like what is it, like a voodoo doll?
There's a great disturbance in the Force. You can feel it. Like Yoda, you know, Yoda episode 3 drops to his knees and he's like, oh, a bunch of young ones just got chopped up.
Dude, look at the screen. Look at the screen. Look, this was so fucking. This was just made to mess with Chris. Like, this is classic.
Hey, they are still using more safety protocols than 95% of gender reveals.
That's fair. Those things can get out of hand, bro.
A goat.
My wooden badge is delicious.
With love, Blanca Weiss. Yeah,
this right here is pre-Bob death. It's called I Am Straight.
I Am Straight. This just should be a good one.
People would try to convince him that he was gay.
And those people were right, eventually.
Yes. And he hated gay people, man. He hated them for the longest time. Said that his principal was gay and, like, abused him. All kinds of crazy shit.
Tons of shit. He didn't want gay people using Axe body spray.
Yeah.
He thought it was initially made just for the straight man.
Yeah, it is made
Nobody
for the
wants to use
man.
Axe anyway, unless you're like...
That Dark Temptation.
Oh my god, the chocolate one. I remember, dude, when I was a kid, everyone was like, oh, you got the chocolate axe. And the cool thing about the chocolate axe was it was like more flammable than the others. So you could like turn it into a little flamethrower. If you didn't know, if you had a lighter, you could just like spray the axe at it.
Dude.
Oh, dude, it was sick.
Cobra will talk about it. There are many of the locales that talk about Dark Temptations axe like it's a godsend.
I think, the chocolate one, bro. It's fucking gross.
It is. Who wants to smell? Who wants to smell like that? Not me.
The cows, bro. The cows.
Now
For
who
the
I am.
ladies.
But I have randomly decided to make this video because I am sick of all the false accusations and rumors and slanders that have been going around on the internet against me.
Bowser.
So I tell you for sure and for true that I am straight. I can tell you why from my lifetime stories, but I'll tell it to you in just a few short minutes. Anyway, most of my friends in my life have been female. I've had only few male acquaintances, and they definitely turn me off, the majority of them, because they are rude, crude, and inconsiderate.
The majority of them turn him off.
Causing wars and such.
But women are so kind and sweet.
And you don't have to look at any of them in bikinis or in a nude to not to fail to see the beauty in each and every wonderful woman. But inside that beauty, they all have caring qualities. The majority of them. Between them and me and the majority of the world, we all just want to be understood. And I understand the ladies.
No.
Yeah,
No,
he
you
doesn't
do
understand.
I
not.
understand the women. But I do not need to stoop down to the level of where my hormones would go out of rage to appreciate them as being my friends and my gal pals, even as low as acquaintances, because I can only have one true sweetheart. But anyway, getting over to the women, you can definitely see the sheer brilliance of their delightful personalities between each and every one of them.
That's
Yet
why
some of them
he's
can
not gay.
turn and be very distraught, but we have to learn to abide by them and just let it pass. Even if it doesn't pass, we still love them because at one point before they did a 180 in that sense, they were still caring, and they can be still caring. And just because they act in a harsh nature, even when they should be calm and peaceful, they still care about the men in their lives.
That's such
And
fucked up
especially the
logic.
children that she and her husband put together. Like I would be putting together with my sweetheart. My sweet panda. Never gonna give you up.
And her name B.I.V.
But I can assure you that I am straight. Because, I appreciate the women, all the women, for their personalities purely. But any man would be crazy or even ignorant to not even notice the outer beauty in addition to their inner beauty. But I appreciate the inner beauty more than the outer beauty. But yet I am attracted to the outer beauty as well, as the majority of my gender should be able to appreciate.
Yeah.
And Playboy has been able to
Oh my goodness.
help us in that sense to better relate
I didn't know he
and
pulled
further
that
our
up.
appreciation for the female species.
I'll be able to edit it. I'll be able to edit
females,
it.
the women, the beautiful ladies. But I digress with holding a Playboy, because I do not need to hold a Playboy to further prove that I am straight. Because I am educated throughout my whole lifetime and the classes I have taken between sex ed and high school and real life experiences and my ins and outs of my sweetheart search in the past,
My love quest.
the long past. Even though I was thwarted by one female, I will not hold the grudge against her. Because I'm sure that she is sweet to others, especially to the men that are actually closer to her in her life than I have ever was or ever capable of being. I still will not hold the grudge against her. Yet I have.
He's straight.
I
And
think it's him really putting the really planting the seeds for the future, being like, look, women can't do anything wrong because at some point they were nice, and now Chris is a woman, according to himself. So he just wants to. He just, like I said, so now he said that all this years ago. Now I can point back at it and be like, see, like
Yeah.
I was nice to Bob one time, so how could I possibly be a dick to anyone else?
oh man, and no matter what gender you are, people can be absolute animals and heartless, men
Yes.
and women, and he thinks, oh, They were nice at one point. That's where I think the trolling was so successful with him. He's like, oh, but Blanca said she loved me. So even though my Sonichu medallion got pissed on, it's fine. It's all good.
It's fine because I heard her voice and she's honest.
Yeah,
so no matter
she's
what
true
happens
enough.
now, it's just all little hiccups in what is, in the long run, going to be a fruitful relationship that, of course, never took place.
It doesn't matter that her first name means white in Spanish and her last name means white in German.
Yes. Yeah, Chris's ideal woman, a white woman named Blanca. Just,
from South America. She's from South America, though. Remember, wasn't she?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
She's from South America.
This right here is one of my favorite Chris Chan videos. It's the one where he holds up the picture of Lee Hottie, and he's like, "This is Clyde."
Yeah.
Oh man, if you have a favorite or any other ones you want me to pull up, just let me know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think here. While we're watching this one, I want to figure one out.
Oh goodness, I screwed it up. Yeah, I think Chris looked the best goatee saga.
Well, I just want to ask a small favor. You know what would really inspire me to continue doing the comics? I'll tell you what, you take down that ED page forever.
He's fucking
take
pissed.
It and everything about it, including the discussion pages, everything, delete it. Because that thing has been bothering me for that long time. And you know how the expression "too many cooks spoil the broth"? Well, this was too many crooks. Too many crooks. Too many crooks. And that ED page is one of those crooks. Every page, every word on the discussion page is a crook.
He thinks by holding his fist angry, so much intimidating, but now look at him. Oh my god.
You know what makes me angry?
This is Clyde.
This is Clyde. And this is how angry I am for every waking moment that ED page is up.
God, this is the weakest strike. Dear Lord.
Can we calm down?
You want me to calm down? You want me to calm down? You want me to draw the comic? Take down that ED page. Now, Clyde is...
What a fucking... Jesus Christ. And he's got the little earpiece in too.
Oh, did you hear me? You are dead. You are dead. You are dead. And so is that page.
I would have killed to see this Chris interact with Cyrax.
Oh my god, I wish this Chris was still around.
You are so despicable, Clyde. I am going to beat your lights out. I am going to drag you right in front of everyone if we ever meet. Alec, I am going to shove your ass down your throat
and make you eat your underwear.
I forgot he did that.
Wow. I forgot it was that good.
Bro, you tend to forget that Chris used to get real fucking angry at these trolls. Obviously, like I shouldn't say you tend to forget. It's just like I I forget how many times he was like this, just like primally screaming on camera to try to get a one up on the trolls. Like Chris is he's an innovator, man. Like these trolls, after they saw this, they just ran for the hills. Like would you want to mess with someone like that? Having his
Hell
PS3
no.
earpiece in to hear his little big planet while he screams at you and throws stuff at his camera.
God, I wish we could do the autism tutorial, but it's like a half an hour. We might have to save that for our podcast sometime.
Yeah, I was gonna. Oh, so I had a video I was gonna send you. Look up Liquid Chris, the showdown.
All right.
The showdown is one of the best videos, bro.
Is it the one that you did, or
the one right above it, man? Mine's coming up.
Hello?
That's so.
Hello,
this is
Ian.
so accurate.
It is.
Yeah, I think you know who this is.
Liquid Chris calling up Chris Chan just to mess with him.
Look, Christian, stop this. Look, you are giving me a lot of stress right now, and I am not going to handle it.
I hate to pause it, but like when just hearing this back, it strikes me at just how on the nose Liquid Chris is now. It's like dead fucking
Chris, listen, I was kind enough to accept that the fact that you are actually a Christian W. Chandler. But yes, my name is Christian Weston Chandler. Alright, fine. Your name is Christian Weston Chandler, but the fact is you were born with that name. You are not the Christian Weston Chandler that was born as Christopher Weston Chandler, who's the original creator of Sonichu and No. I have asked you nicely to please stop pretending. Take it Casey. She really cares about you. I'm not pretending anything, and you need to stop slandering me with your lies onto YouTube. Look, I don't know what the heck is wrong in your head, but you know, I know, your parents know, Casey knows, the whole world knows that you are not the Christopher Christian part of Weston Chandler. The whole world must be slandering against me because I don't think that's very true. Because my fan base, if you take a look at my YouTube video, you see that my fan base has left me comments of support. And I take a look at your YouTube videos, and I see that they are all calling you out. Look, please, don't do this. You're breaking my balls here.
You're breaking my balls.
Stop playing this game. Quit pretending. Please come clean. I am not pretending.
I love this so
really
much.
Picking me off right now. Look, we're both setting each other off, but let's just keep making up all these things on the whatever, you know. And right now, you're making them up right now. You're just making them up off the top of your head because your name is not Christian Weston Chandler. It is Ian Brandon Anderson, and you are grinding my gear. Listen, I'll spell it out for you. I came up with IBA Chandler as in I, meaning myself, B as in specifying by I am, A as in singular, and Chandler being my last name. There is no such thing as Ian Brandon Anderson. I am Christopher Weston Chandler. No, because I found it out. Your Ian Brandon Anderson name, the reason you added Chandler to that is because you were paying tribute to the serial
With the real
killer,
quick play a fake
Chandler.
guitar.
Oba Chandler, wow! Yeah, that's a great line too, with the real quick. Uh-oh, here comes the family.
Keep that up. He's going to hang up or go lose track of communication right there.
No way, does Barb get on with him?
I think. I don't remember.
Oh, I love it when
Are
the
you still
parents
there?
get on. You're about to hear from the real Bob Chandler. Yeah, I hate to fucking pause it, but where is it where he gets on the phone? He's like, you better hold on because you're about to hear from the real Bob, Mr. Chandler.
Well, keep playing this. It might be this one. If it's not this one, then that's the second Liquid call. There's two.
All right.
But it's guaranteed it's one of them. It is the second one, actually, Kiwi. It just hit me. It's not this one.
I love the one with Barb where she's like,
He's continuing to call me this Ian Brandon Anderson. That's somebody.
This is like if your little brother leaves the phone on when
Yeah.
you know, like in his back pocket. He's talking to mom.
Look, Chris, stop it. Stop this game. You know that you are not.
Game. I've been being true and honest this entire time, and you have been playing a dirty game.
Dirty game.
Look, stop. No. I am not playing. I am not playing a game. I am being the true. I am the true, honest voice of reason here. I am the true, honest one here. I am the original true creator of Sonichu and Roshu in the world of Quickville.
No.
Just try.
No.
You have never been to Manchester High School. You have never been to Piedmont Village Community College. You're taking the same class as Casey is over at Community College in Washington, D.C.
No, I am not. I don't even live in the Washington, D.C.
You are in D.C. I know it. She knows it. We all know it. Now stop this. If you do not come clean right now, I am going to get my father in on this murder, and you are going to get fucking arrested, thrown in jail, and you will not get to live the peaceful, happy life of Casey that I would like you to live, because Casey really cares for you, man.
That's not true.
Casey really cares for you, man. Dude, this is so White Bowser-like.
It is.
He's like, raises his voice. He's like, oh, I will get my father. I'll fucking call the cops.
Bowser really has a lot of similarities to Chris if you look at him. Like, more, I'm telling you, bro. But listen to that. I mean, Chris hates, like I said, he fucking hates this guy. Bob and Barb were trying to calm him down. And after they heard him freaking out, they probably ran into the room and were like, Christian, get off the phone. Like, are you crazy? Because it's like they treat him like a little kid. Like, hey, like, you're acting out of line. Like, even though you have problems with this guy, don't handle it yourself. Like, you're just not allowed to be on the phone no more.
On a roll.
After this, I'm cutting it down.
You have just.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And you know what? Yeah. What did you even, you keep making all these threats with the police against
I am not making up any threats.
You are.
Everything I tell you is true, honest, and legit. You are the one.
You are not being true, and you are not being honest.
Okay, this is it. I gave you the last warning. I gave you the last response. You just busted my balls again. You're going to jail. I'm sorry, Casey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Casey. You're going.
If that liquid was thrown away and never seen again. Oh my God, this is great.
It's 44 minutes.
Which one's this? Oh, the
lick Casey, yeah.
So, God, like, skip to about, I'd say, 25 minutes in real quick and just click it.
Yeah, and not to mention that he is fat and ugly.
I am not fat, God damn it!
Yeah, you are. You look like you weigh a good 220 pounds.
I do not weigh 220 pounds. I weigh a lot less than that. You weak little son of a bitch. I'm so sick. If you put me down and call me all these insults to my face, and my name is truly Christian Weston Chandler, I'm so sick of you pretending to be me and pretending to have all the rights to everything of mine. What the hell have you had against me? What hell have you had against me? That came up even before.
Well, that's the most replayed moment right there.
Why have you started doing this in the first place, you little son of a bitch?
I told you, I have not started doing anything. You did everything, Mr. Ian Brandon Anderson. When you decided to...
My name is Christian Weston Chandler, and I'll thank you to call me that.
Don't talk to my boyfriend like that, and don't curse around me.
I told you something. My name is Christian Weston Chandler, and it has been my God-given name my entire life.
Fine, your name is Christian Weston Chandler. My name is Christian Weston Chandler. I'm Christian Weston Chandler. But don't go claiming copyright to my Sonichu.
No.
He's got the copyright. You can't fake that. It's direct from the government.
Sonichu has been mine ever since I came up with him in the walls of Manchester High
That's why he
School.
showed it first. To prove
You've never been to Manchester High School.
Yeah, I have. I went there for
You
four days.
stand right next. I tell you what, you stand right next to me in front of Mrs. Laurie Jones. That was the
in front of Mrs. Laurie Jones.
I wonder what Mrs. Laurie Jones is doing with her life right now.
Probably far away from Chris. I've got this one where Bob walks in and what he was making a video for someone, right?
Yeah.
A special kind of video.
Yeah, a video where Chris was no. So Chris was on a call. Chris was on a call with Blue Spike, and they were having like a sexually charged chat, and Chris was beating off, and a bunch of trolls found out this was happening, and they started calling the Chandler house saying like, "Yo, Bob, you got to go upstairs and go in Chris's room. Like it's really important. Like you got to go do it, dude." And Bob's like, "No," and then he'd hang up, and they're like, "Bob, like for real though, dude. Like get upstairs and go look in Chris's room. Like it's awesome right now. You won't believe it."
They told him.
Wait. And then he's like, no, I'm not going up there. And eventually some guy gets sick. And he's like, Chris is about to fucking kill himself. Yeah. And Bob rushes up there.
That's what I was about to say. Like, someone told him that Chris was about to end himself.
Yeah.
Bob comes in, and Chris has got his meat out.
I'm getting all these crazy damn calls. What are you doing? Nothing. Give me that crap. Now, what's going on?
Dad, will you get out of here?
No, I will not. People telling me that you're about to kill yourself on YouTube. What? What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
I'm going to wake your mother up and find out?
No.
Then get out of here, off that internet.
Fine.
What is your trouble?
I'm not going to kill myself.
No.
Get away from that TV.
Get away from that
Get away from the internet. I'm cutting it down right now.
No! Dad, no!
Yes.
No!
Cutting it
What are you
down.
doing?
What am I doing? You don't want to know, Bob.
Hello, Michael. I see you're looking well. Haven't changed much since for the past almost 2 years. And yeah, it has been almost 2 years since what happened June 2008. But I came back hoping that we could put that behind us. And
No.
come on, I mean, it has been almost 2 years, and it's just been on my mind for so long. It's just been. Look, can we just forgive and forget? Come on, have this weight on my back. And I have really missed coming here. No. I'm a better person. You need to leave. Come on, dude. No. You need to leave now. How can you be so heartless? I mean, you're obviously not as mean as one of those trolls I've been dealing with. You need to leave now. I mean, come on. I mean, obviously you had something against me, aside from the Wii incident. I just would like to know what. Come on. Give me a break. Alright, fine, I'll leave. But I hope that God will forgive you for being so heartless and cruel, Michael Snyder. You.
What in the fuck?
Wow.
Wow, dude, that's insane. That's
Yeah,
insane.
but he wanted to be let back in there so badly that Michael was not having it. Can you really blame the guy? Having someone like Chris there had to be the biggest fucking headache. I think the one you were planning on pulling up, the breakup one, that one's the best. That's a good one.
You guys really messed up this time.
Yeah, play that one. That one's good.
Upset right now.
The trolls had caused him to like break up with an actual woman. Right?
Yeah, some woman who like actually had a thing for him.
Mm-hmm. She had like this control fetish.
Yeah. And Chris did not fuck with being told like that Chris would not fuck with knowing that like the trolls fuck with it a little bit, and man, like he went off the deep end with this freak out.
Yeah, definitely a shattering moment for his sanity. What little is left.
Damn bunch of internet trolls! You damn
funny if you laugh, but this is not funny! It's Sinner! He's cute, he's done it over with, and moreover, you all are just ultimately, really, crazily, you are so super fucked up, cursed!
Cursed? Oh, man. You never look back to the cursed helmet. Oh, there's so much.
Good! Bye!
Absolute anger.
The playroom. That's where you used to stream on the PS4. Apparently, would make that annoying sound the whole time you did it. The dum 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 dum. Now all I do is stream on my PS5. Thank God doesn't make that noise the whole. Oh Jesus Christ!
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Startled Smokey. No, you're right, dude. And he is just. You can see he's taken after Barb. Look at the hoarding.
Yeah. Oh, look at no, he's just a few steps there. Like
I wonder what happened to all of it. Because Barb's not there. Is it all thrown out?
Well, no, Barb's there. Barb's at the house, but apparently there was some stuff thrown out. Apparently it looks different. Like people have driven by and looked in the windows, and they say it looks like not as cluttered. Plus, there's been like a bunch of trash bags and shit out front. So who knows?
I hope someone is helping Barb.
Yeah, it might be a family member. It might be like I don't know. It could be just like social help. Who knows?
Yeah, for real, dude. It's a very sad situation that Chris finds himself in today. He is currently imprisoned for
There was no people used to say, "Oh, Chris is gonna end up homeless and it's gonna be really sad." Like, no, it ended up way more sad than that.
Yes.
He'll probably still end up homeless.
It will. If he ever gets out, if he ever is not institutionalized for the rest of his life, then he will be.
Absolutely,
he will be homeless. Or some white knight will take him in just for the clout, He'll get Andy Dick treatment, so, he'll have people bringing him around to want to do videos with him, even though he's even though he what they did with Andy Dick.
Exactly, bro. People will be so excited, like, oh, he's a little bit famous, let's get him in here.
Yeah.
Now it's ridiculous, but it'll happen. It'll happen.
It will. And if you guys are not subscribed to Smokey MCC, somehow make your way over there and subscribe. He's got all the news on all the cows.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, big thank you for stopping by, Smokey. These collaborations are always a blast.
Oh, they are, man. Anytime, bro. Anytime. It's always fun.